Bezrat Hashem, this morning the Zohar is teaching us the importance of the tefillin. We have two tefillin. One box, a black box, put on our left hand, and one box put on our head between our eyes. The Torah says this week, V'alot el yadecha ultotafot be'anecha. Very interesting. If you look at old pictures of ancient Egypt, you will see the pharaohs. They always had a bracelet on their left hand, and on the bracelet was a shape of a snake. And they also had on their crown a snake sticking out. It's exactly the same place we put our tefillin shel yad and tefillin shel rosh. Just our tefillin, says the Zohar Kadosh, they are called kedusha. There is something holy, sanctity in it. Their tefillin, which is not exactly a tefillin, but their belief was that those two places are energies to the body, and they used to put their avodah zarah, which used to be the snake at that time. Today, there's somebody made a research, acupuncture. An acupuncturist made a research, and he found that all the energy of the body comes from those 2 points. The left hand, exactly on the place, on this bicep, where we put our tefillin, and between our eyes, between our two eyes, on top of the head, right, when we put tefillin shel rosh. And he says, those 2 points are major points in acupuncture, bringing energy and power to your body. So the Torah not stamp put our tefillin on our left hand and between our eyes. There is reason, there is mystical reasons. But for us, it stays a mitzvah. For us, it's a jewel. It's like a jewel of beauty. Like it says over here, Israel asher becha itpa'ar, says the Zohar, when you put them on, I'm proud of you. You belong to me. It's like in the olden days, they used to have slaves. And in order to make sure that people know they're slaves, they used to pierce their ears, right? And people walking with the earring, they would know they belong to somebody. Today it's the fashion, if you want. People pierce their ears, they pierce between their eyes, they pierce their nose, they pierce everything. But in the olden days, who pierced his ears? Only slaves pierced their ears, right? But Torah is telling us, I'm not piercing your ears. I'm just giving you 2 signs to put. One on your hand, one on your head, and those 2 signs show that you are my slave, and I'm proud of you. Ki na'ar Israel vo'avo. So it says, all the good energies, they come through there. And then, Bashamayim, there is many levels of Kedusha. And the Zohar brings over here, there's a level of Kedusha called Yosef, which is in the beginning, he was called Na'ar. He was called a young boy. And then he became a tzaddik, right? So you go from one level to the other level. So too, Tefillin shel yad and Tefillin shel rosh. Normally, Tefillin shel yad, for Sephardim at least, we put them sitting down. Then we stand up as if we're going up a level, and we put the Tefillin shel rosh standing up. Some people, or Ashkenazim, they put Tefillin shel yad standing and Tefillin shel rosh standing. But the Zohar is in the opinion that you should put it sitting down and you go up in level and you stand up. But you keep your custom to tell you just that Tefillin brings us to a different level. First level is Tefillin shel yad, because in Tefillin shel yad, there's 4 parashot. The same parashot found in Tefillin shel rosh are the same in the yad, but in the yad, they are written on one single parchment. With Tefillin shel rosh, each parasha is written in an individual parchment, and they are stuck in batim. They have like compartments, 4 compartments, and each compartment contains one parasha. Why? This is, says the Zohar, kol hanechalim olchim el hayam. All the energies, all the rivers at the end up at the sea. So it's like the energy comes from the head towards your hand, which is like the ocean, which is like the sea. So tefillin is very hard to explain. Why is tefillin square? Why is the tefillin black? Why did tefillin have 2 straps, right? We don't see anybody who invented tefillin which are round, or anybody decided we meant multicolor. Let's say let's put tefillin which are yellow, which are red. No, those prescriptions were given to Moshe Rabbeinu b'Sinai. The tefillin must be black. If you have some white dots on your tefillin, you better paint them, because certain times with white dots the tefillin is not kosher. If you have some white dots on your straps, right? Sometimes it's not kosher, so you better find out. So we're supposed to verify our tefillin really once every 7 years, but it's too much. In countries where it's very cold, or in countries where it's very hot, the tefillin can get not kosher, because inside is ink, and ink can expand, and ink can retract, and then make it not kosher. So therefore, we should check our tefillin more often, because the tefillin gives us energy. If somebody has any problem, medical problem, or any problem, and the problem consists, the first thing we always advise him to do, check your mezuzah, check your tefillin. Check your mezuzah of your bedroom or in the main entrance. If you can check the whole house, even better. And the second thing, check your tefillin. I can tell you a personal story that happened to me, where I have a doctor living next to me, and one day he twisted very badly his back. One of the discs in the back got dislocated. He was 3 months in bed. When I went to visit him, I told him, maybe you should check your tefillin, you should check mezuzah. He told me, stop again with the religious story. We know all the stories. Listen, my tefillin are kosher. I told him, listen, you lose nothing. You're in bed, right? You're going to put your tefillin, but check them. What do you care? 2 months later, he comes over to me and he says, you won't believe it. It said they found a mistake in the words, ubelechtecha baderech, ubelechtecha. The word ubelechtecha, lamed over there, it was cut between the chaf and the vav. That's like the word lamed is written chaf and a vav on top of it. It was cut between the two letters, exactly on the bottom of the letter, where exactly he had the dislocated disc. He told me, whatever Chachamim tell us is emet. It's true, and I really believe it now. To tell you, if you have any problems, the first thing to check is your tefillin and your mezuzot. I hope everybody has a good health and a great day. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen.